All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Rawchaa Qadash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Or this is the brother Rawchaa from GMS Los Angeles and the Empire, coming back with another video in the spirit. And what I want to go into is, basically I want to go into comforting, brothers, exhortation to brothers, to continue to fight in this thing. I was reading a few articles. Main article I want to focus on, I was reading, it's specifically focusing on the state of California, concerning the drought. And California is basically, they're getting desperate, because of the drought. They're speaking on basically, water cutting off a certain amount of water, because the drought is that bad, which is prophecy. We know that these droughts are going to lead to crops not being produced at the levels, the usual levels that it used to be producing to, and that's going to lead to famine, and that's why across the nation, these grocery stores, these convenience stores, people are starting to notice that certain products aren't being replenished on these shelves, and that is going to continue to happen. It's going to get worse. It's going to get real bad, because the scriptures say, men are going to invade one another because invade each other's homes because of the lack of bread. So that famine is definitely starting to manifest. That famine is definitely starting to appear. And like I said, things are going to get worse. But what I really want to focus on, is the Lord is going to have mercy. He's going to be with his servants, his elect. The ones that's seeking the Lord in these latter times. The Lord is going to preserve those individuals. Okay, and we hope to be them. That's why we go out there week in, week out on the streets, wherever we may teach and push this word. Okay, because as long as we're doing that, we're going to be under the hedge of YAHAWASHI. As long as we obey the Lord's words and do what He commands of us, we're going to be okay. We're going to be fine. So I'm just gonna read a little of this article. Then I'm gonna grab a few scriptures. I'm gonna close it out. So I pray this be edifying to you brothers out there. So without further ado, I'm gonna get right into it. This is from the Los Angeles Times. It says, running out of options, California resorts to water cutoffs as drought worsens. Okay, and if I remember, I'll post the link in the description box for you brothers to check it out if you want. Okay, this is I'm gonna read the article. It says, California water regulators took unprecedented action this week, passing an emergency regulation that will bar thousands of Californians from diverting stream and river water as the drought worsens. Okay, the State Water Resources Control Board voted unanimously Tuesday to pass the emergency curtailment order for the Sacramento San Joaquin Delta watershed. The watershed encompasses a wide swath of the state from the Oregon border in northeastern California down to the Central Valley. Okay, the regulation which gives the state water board the authority to issue emergency curtailments and require reporting on water use will go into effect about 2 weeks from now, and subject to approval by State Office of Administrative Law, with the issuing of formal curtailment orders to follow. See, so basically what it's saying is that the State Water Resource Control Board, which it says they voted unanimously, which means, you know, all of them, pretty much the majority, voted for this to pass. Okay, for them to regulate water use. You know, so like I said, these things are gonna get worse. Okay, but like I said, the servants of YAHAWASHI, you know, don't have anything to worry about, because the Lord's going to take care of his servants. Okay, and see, they saying this is really going to affect, you know, the Bay Area, Northern California, which, you know, if it affects them, it pretty much affects all California, but primarily the Bay, because they're closer in this area. The area that they're specifically speaking about is the Bay Area, but this is going to you know it's going to affect all of California, because you know if it's a drought up there, it's going to be drought down here. You know, we don't have as many, you know, as much of body water as the Bay does. You know, even though this is where the state, what they call it, the State Water Resources Control Board is located up there, but this is going to affect all of California. Okay, because see, and the thing is, this is beautiful that how the Lord set it up. You know, the Lord has it to where, you know, most people in this society don't have the tools or the resources necessary to be self-sufficient. So this is going to cause people, like I said, matter of fact, I'm gonna get the scripture. This is going to cause that sedition. This is going to cause an uproar, because the average, you know, person in America isn't self-sufficient as far as, you know, cultivating the land, as far as having land, period, having land, having cattle, having you know, the tools and equipment necessary to be able to work a land and to grow crops and, you know, to produce. So when all these things really starts to come to the forefront, and the majority of people start to see these things, that's when everything is going to go haywire. Okay, bear me 1 second. So I'm gonna go to the Apocrypha, because this is prophesied in the scriptures. Bear me 1 second, Salakia. Yep, because we've been bringing these scriptures out. We've been going into these prophecies, starting with our apostles and elders on down, for the longest, man. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. I'll start at 12. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 12. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Lord, that the Most High, shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, For their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. You see? So basically, the people that till the ground, that work the ground, your farmers and so forth, they're going to experience, they're going to have trouble. Okay? They're not going to be able to grow those seeds. They're not going to be able to produce that vegetation, those crops. This is a part of it, that drought. Also, it also says through blasting and hail, through storms, and we've been having a lot of storms. Okay, out here in California, we've been having a lot of wildfires. Okay, throughout the world, there's been a lot of floods and things of that nature. So these are the things that the Lord told us to look for. Okay, all right. It says, woe, meaning destruction, to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. That's what's coming. Like I said, when there's famine, when there's no food, when there's a shortage of food, okay, and like I said, majority of people in this society, we don't know how to cultivate a land, and the way they set this thing up is, that's not a land to cultivate here in Babylon. Okay, everything is pretty much concrete. Like Jay say in the hood, the concrete jungle. Okay, so when those times come, people are just going to resort to killing one another, murdering one another over food, or anything they can, anything they see as value. Okay, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You see? So these people are not going to acknowledge their so-called leaders. They're not going to acknowledge these congressmen, these politicians, these mayors, these governors. They're not going to regard these people. Okay, they're going to do wherever they think is necessary for them to survive. You see, and it's a reason why these movies, these apocalyptic type movies have been coming out for the past, I would say, 10 to 15 years. Because it's about to get real ugly. Okay, and those movies are illustration that we can watch and at least get a glimpse or an idea of how it's going to be when that time comes. Okay, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And see, that's the time that's fastly approaching. You see, I mean, the cities aren't cut off yet. The city, you can still go into the city. You still can go to a restaurant, even though things aren't how they used to be. You still are able to go get some food. They got the curbside service, or some places will let you eat inside. Some places don't. But pretty soon, that's not going to be an option. And see what this new new Delta that they pushing, that variant that they're pushing, is gonna, we speculating right now, it could be another shutdown. And once they do that shutdown, you're gonna have more businesses that that are taken out. That are going to, a bunch of jobs are going to vanish again. And that's what the intentions are of these elites. Okay, these international bankers. They want all these things to happen in order for them to set up their new world order. All right. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. This is the point I want to get to. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. You see, and that's what's coming. Okay, and like I just read a little of that article. That's part of it. It's a small culmination of things of more things accumulating that's going to lead to that lack of bread. Okay, and like I said, the people, the average person in America, that's why these stores are called convenient. Because everything, when you go into the store, everything is packaged for you. Everything is already, basically set up for you, at your convenience. The average person, like I said, the average person here in America don't have their own land or cattle or the tools or resources to basically be self-sufficient, to where you don't have to go to the grocery store. You don't have to go to these convenience stores to get what you need, because you already have what you need on the land. But that's not how it's set up here. So, like I said, when these things when these things become famished, and there's a shortage of these things, people are going to resort to violence, as the scriptures just said. Men are going to be lifting up the sword against one another, spoiling each other's goods. And it's going to be a great tribulation, which is spoken of in Matthew, the 24th chapter. So I'm going to get Psalms 91. I'm going to close it out because, like I said, I wanted to, go into, the comfort and the brothers, the comfort brothers, because this is all these things are being brought upon the earth for the wicked. Okay, the wicked of our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Esau. The average peon Edomite and these other nations. This is their judgment. This is their fruits of their labor and wickedness. Now the Lord is about to repay them. All right, this is Psalms 91 verse 1. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Okay, it says, "I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler." Right. And the ones of us, that are in this truth, that know who we are, we know that we're Israelites. Okay, we keep laws, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. Us brothers out there going out there on the highways and byways preaching this gospel. Okay, we're under the shadow of the Almighty. Okay, we're under the hedge of YAHAWASHI. Okay, and like it just said, it under His wings. Talking about those chariots, because that's how the elect are going to be delivered, through those chariots, with the so-called white man's calls UFOs. Okay, that's what we're anticipating to be delivered. Okay, it says, "Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. So all this evil that's coming upon this earth, all these diseases, these plagues that are befalling people on this earth, is for the wicked. It's not for those that are under the hedge of the Lord, that are not in the habitation of the Most High. Okay? It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Because mass death is coming. A lot of people out there took that okey pokey, So it's going to be a lot of death, man. But the Lord is going to preserve his men and their families, and the believers, the ones who the Lord ordained to make it out of here. Okay? It says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord YAHAWASHI, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. So the Lord has given the angels charge over brothers. So brothers got angels that's over them, that's watching over them. Okay? It says, they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under the feet. Because when that time comes, like it says in Isaiah, the 59th chapter, 19th verse, the Lord is going to lift up a standard against this devil. Okay? Because some brothers are going to be imprisoned. Some brothers are going to be in those camps. Some brothers are going to be beheaded for the testimony of YAHAWASHI. But then there's going to be brothers that's going to get spiritual power. Okay? And those brothers are going to do, as the scripture just said, they're going to trample the dragon. Esau, he's going to trample these Esau under their feet, these other nations under their feet. Okay? The wicked of our people. Okay? So, like I'm reading right now, there's hope for us. Even though it's about to get real, it's going to be a bumpy road, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. All right, it says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. You see? See, the Lord ain't going to forget his servants when that time comes. Okay? That's why it's important to get it in for the Lord now. You do what the Lord say now. We go out there and preach this word. We give this thing our all to the best of our ability in truth and sincerity. YAHAWASHI ain't gonna forget us. Okay? The Most High is not unrighteous, man. All right, it says, he shall call upon me and I will answer him. See? When the elect calls on the Lord is going to hear them. And he's going to answer them. All right, it says, and I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. You see? So there's going to be a comfort for the elect when all hell breaks loose. See, the elect ain't gonna be out here like these people. These people out here, they're gonna get harsh judgments. They're gonna get judged brutally. Okay. But as far as the elect is concerned, the YAHAWASHI is gonna be with them. They're gonna have a hedge about them, even though you're gonna have some that are gonna be put to death. But still, even they're gonna be comforted. And the ones that die in the Lord, they're going to be risen first. So really, it's a win-win situation for the elect. Okay? Whether the elect is, Brothers are the ones that have to be martyrs, or the brothers that receive the spiritual power. It's a win-win, you know. So all these things that come upon the earth, okay, it's for the wicked, man. These are plagues and judgments unto the ones that are evil, the evil ones, okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. Quick video, straight to the point. Like I said, I'll put the link of the article in the description, you know, so you brothers can check it out. So that I'm gonna close it out. I'm gonna give all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, by Hashem YAHAWASHI, by Hashem Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to a hopeful elect, pushing His word, truth, sincerity. And I'm gonna say shalom, shalom.